The 5 worst suhoor foods for your energy, health, and hunger. Now, if you want to get fat and unhealthy this Ramadan, have poor energy levels, and struggle to focus all day long as you hold your bloated belly, holding in your gas, wishing that you had eaten something healthier for suhoor, well, I'm going to give you the 5 most unhealthy foods to achieve that. However, you probably want to actually feel good and have energy this Ramadan, and so I would recommend that you need to avoid these 5 unhealthy foods. The first worst suhoor food is going to be sugary tea and sugary coffee. Not only are you going to get super dehydrated, especially with the coffee, but the sugar is going to give you a crazy spike in blood sugar that's going to be followed by a crash, which is going to result in you being tired and hungry all day long. Now, there are ways to ingest longer lasting, less dehydrating forms of caffeine that I recommend if you do need caffeine during your fast, but sugary tea and coffee are the 2 worst ways to get in your caffeine, so avoid those at all costs, and avoid any other sugary drinks. Even juices and sodas are not recommended for that same reason with the spike and crash in blood sugar. Number 2, oily parathas, deep fried samosas, and leftover oily biryani for suhoor. These 3 common suhoor foods may be delicious and convenient, but you're going to get crazy bloated and have to pass gas, and that's going to mess up your ibadah when it comes to Fajr prayer and adhkar after Fajr if you're trying to stay at the masjid till sunrise. Not to mention that, but you're going to feel uncomfortable, bloated, and lethargic all day long because of the indigestion you have from all those excess oils. Number 3 is going to be white bread. I know it goes well with your eggs in the morning and it's tasty and convenient, but you're going to have the same issue. The fast digesting carbs are going to spike and then crash your blood sugar just like the sugary stuff. Number 4 is cereal. I know it's a tasty breakfast food and it might be one of the few things you have an appetite for in the morning, but same issue. Your body's going to turn into sugar right away and it's going to spike your blood sugar, crash you. You're going to be tired and hungry all day long. Now, number 5 is really rich, heavy curries and even rich, heavy, oily soups. So let's say you have something lentil or bean based like Afghani shorwa or Pakistani halim. Even a really oily nahari can cause so many issues, but especially the ones with lentils and beans plus the oils. The excess oils are going to give you indigestion, and then the lentils and beans are also going to make you gassy. So it's a terrible combo for your fajr and for your all day long. I know these foods are rich and delicious and we associate them with comfort because we grew up eating these comfort foods. However, if we want to strategically set ourselves up to have as much energy as possible, to do as much ibadah as possible, and uphold our energy and performance for our other obligations between family, work, everything else that we're tasked with as Muslims in today's day and age, then be careful. Try to avoid these completely if you can. Or if you must have these things, limit the quantities and only have them at iftar, where your nutrition can be a little bit more forgiving afterwards. Yes, I know it's fun to indulge during Ramadan, but remember, what is Ramadan? It's a time to push ourselves and be our best and pursue ihsan, which means excellence when it comes to our ibadah, our worship of Allah. And if your nutrition is working against that and stealing your energy levels from you and making you unfocused, bloated, tired, lethargic all the time, then it completely defeats the purpose. So Ramadan is not a time to indulge. It's a time where we practice discipline and we avoid food and water all day long. We push ourselves to the highest standards of character and our ibadah. So maintain that discipline with your nutrition when you are allowed to eat in Ramadan. After you break your fast, make the healthy, low-fat, higher protein versions of your